Alright guys, it is night number 1 of this 7-day challenge / experiment thing that I've decided to do. I've just set my alarms for 4:30 tomorrow morning, which is just insane, and I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but let's see if I can first of all get up at that time, and if it has any sort of effect on me. Yeah, let's see how this goes. So I have a bit of a problem. I'm pretty sure my brain thinks it's in a different time zone to my body, or I'm just still extremely jet lagged from the Europe trip that I went on 2 years ago. Regardless, I have always had issues getting to sleep and then waking up again in the morning. Recently, I've regularly been going to sleep as late or as early as 4 o'clock in the morning and then getting up a few hours later at 9 o'clock. And the next night, I would go to sleep around midnight and wake up around lunchtime the next day. So I've obviously got a little bit of a problem. So I'm going to challenge myself to get up early every day for a week. And I'm not talking like, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. No, if we're doing this, we're going all out. I'm getting up at 4:30 every day for 1 week. If this is your first time seeing my face on your screen, laptop, iPhone, holographic display, whatever, hi, I'm Alex. And I make videos on the internet all about figuring out life. So if you like business, tech, travel, or have a life of your very own, then you should subscribe. Now, the reason I decided to get up so ridiculously early for this video is of course because of a BuzzFeed video that I saw. It was all about entrepreneurs' routines and how most of them even get up before the sun, so I figured, hey, let's give it a go. There was a bunch of other stuff that they did in this challenge video, but I decided let's take it one step at a time and just go with getting up early for a week. That's enough for me. Day 1 went according to plan, exactly like I did on all the other videos on YouTube where they did this. I got up early, I was super productive for the whole day, and just had a great day in general. I'm gonna set my alarms for 4:30 tomorrow morning. Yes, that's 4:30 in the morning. Right now it's about, I think, just past midnight, which is my usual routine. I'll kind of stay up till about midnight, 1 or 2 o'clock, and then sleep in until maybe 9, 10, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning the next day, which probably isn't the best thing that I'm doing at the moment. So tomorrow's definitely going to be a shock to the system. I can expect that. Did it. That's the first big challenge out of the way. It's 4:40, I think. There's a lot of pets awake outside, and I am up. So now I'm going to go and pretty much start working. And we'll see. Definitely up before the sun, which I think is a good thing in this whole challenge. So I get to watch the sunrise. I do like watching the sunrise. That's good. Alright, so today I am working in the office at 10, so until then I've pretty much got whatever the hell I want to do. I'm going to try and get through some of my work now, and then maybe go to the gym and have some breakfast. I don't usually have breakfast, but I think it's probably good to start having breakfast if I'm going to do this properly. Yeah. Feeling a little bit better now. It's alright. It's just so early. I don't think there's going to be a sunrise this morning. Just clouds. just finished editing half of this week's video, and the sun has only just come up. Alright guys, so it is the end of the first day of my challenge. This morning went really well, got up at 4:30, got some work done, got about 2 hours of work done and then had breakfast. I rarely have breakfast, by the way, like that's something that I usually don't bother doing, because if I wait a little bit longer it's lunchtime and then I can just have lunch, which is silly, but that's what happens. So this morning I had breakfast and then I went to the office, did some work on a bunch of stuff, and then I went to the gym, and then I've kind of just chilled tonight because I got lots of stuff done this morning, so I didn't have to do anything tonight, so I could just literally sit and chill and watch TV. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired because last night I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock and then got up at 4:30, so I literally only got like 3.5 hours sleep, which is great. I didn't feel it too much, but I'm feeling it now. So it's now like 10 o'clock, I'm gonna have a shower and jump in bed and then get up at 4:30 again tomorrow. So tonight, hopefully getting a little bit more sleep should help, and help get me into this routine fully. I would call day 1 a success, I think. Yeah. Day 2 was almost just as good. I was so tired, I had to start napping during the day, which was probably working against me when I'm trying to get to sleep earlier and get up earlier in the morning, and then I'm having naps during the day, which is just adding more confusion to my brain and my body. I just want to go back to bed. It was definitely easier to get up yesterday. I'm a lot less motivated today to go and start working right now. However, I did wake up at 4:30 and hit the snooze button until 5. And I think this is the first time I've ever woken up at 5 o'clock and thought that I just slept in at 5 o'clock. Day 3 is where it started to go downhill. Hey guys, so it's the 3rd day of my challenge, and today is the first day that I screwed up. I decided last night that I would go with some friends very late and grab some ice creams. I only got a few hours sleep, so I made the conscious decision this morning when my alarm went off at 4:30 to kill it and get up at 8. So I slept until 8 today, so I'm not sure how the next few days are going to go, getting up at 4:30, but I'm still going to give it a go and we're going to see what happens, because I've liked the last couple of days, but we'll see. Alright guys, so tonight is the 4th night of me getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and of course, like you do, I went to a concert tonight, so it's now midnight and I have to get up at 4:30. So what I'm going to do tonight is actually get all of the electronics out of my room. My laptop is charging outside rather than here, as it usually does, and my phone I'm going to completely switch off so that there's no chance of me sitting on my phone for, 2 or 3 hours just scrolling mindlessly on Facebook like I do. Because recently I looked up on my phone, because on the new iOS update you can actually check your screen time, which is terrifying. And my screen time says that I spend between 4 and 6 hours a day on my phone, which is not surprising, but it's also really surprising. So I'm just going to turn it off completely and try and kick this habit in the ass. But yeah, so I'm going to go to bed now and try and get at least 4.5 hours sleep, and I will see how we go in the morning. All right, bye. Now, I'd love to tell you that I got through the week and magically became an extremely productive adult and discovered that if you get up at 4:30 in the morning, you'll get superpowers, but that's not the case. After about 4 days of getting up early, I dropped the ball. It just happened to be that that was the 1 week this year that I decided I would be social and go out with friends. So yeah, I kind of failed this challenge. This video and my whole channel is all about me figuring out life. So it's really just me trying to figure out how to resemble something that looks like an adult. And I guess part of that is trying something new, failing, and then trying again. Even though I failed this challenge, it wasn't a complete waste of my time. I actually think I learned a lot more by failing than I did if I had have succeeded and had like a really good week. I learned that I actually need a normal amount of sleep to be able to function as a normal human being the next day. I need to plan out my days or even my weeks so that I'm not having to sacrifice time with friends to get a good night's sleep. If I'm going to be productive at all during the day, it means I'm going to have to stop watching Netflix completely. Or at least just like set aside time for it so that it's not taking up my whole day. I can never give it up completely. I watch way too many shows. I'm going to keep paying attention to what time I'm going to bed and then what time I'm getting up, and then I'm going to keep trying to get up at 4:30 in the morning because even though it was really hard and I kind of failed a little bit, if I stick with it, I actually think I might be able to get really good at it. And that first 2 hours in the morning, like, you know, when there's no one else up, I actually get quite a bit done. And I think I could do even more with that time if I planned it out the night before. The days that I was successful in getting up at 4:30 in the morning, not only was I more productive for the whole day, but I was actually a more positive person throughout the day, which was really interesting. I don't think I realized how much of an effect it would have on just like my total mood for the day as much as it did. This video started with me wanting to challenge myself, but it ended up being an experiment that taught me a lot about what I'm capable of, but also what my priorities are at the moment in my life. Initially, I thought that getting up at 4:30 in the morning was crazy and would be impossible, but it kind of changed when I've thought of it as just adjusting my time zone. As long as I get the right amount of sleep each night, whether I get up at 4:30 or 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock, it's the same amount of sleep, so I'm really doing the same thing. It just happens to be that it's a lot quieter at 4:30 in the morning. You can get a head start on everyone else that day. And that's why I think it's a habit that I'm going to keep trying to get into, even if it takes a while. And a lot of my friends and family will think, what the hell, this isn't Alex, he is the one that sleeps in until 12 o'clock. You know, I get up some mornings and walk out and my neighbors see me getting breakfast at lunchtime, which is completely fine, but it was just when I was sleeping in a different time zone. So now I'm gonna adjust it, and I'm gonna be really jet lagged for a while, which makes no sense, but it kind of makes sense a little bit as well. Let me know in the comments down below what time you get up in the morning. I'd really like to know. Do you sleep? Are you human? If you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button, and if you want to see more from me in this series of figuring out life, then hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I didn't think I'd be this tired.